the easiest go live that I've ever done. This thing actually calling.
Hello?
Hey, sorry, had the volume on my computer down because of class stuff this morning. You able to hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello, everyone.
I gotta find that live stream.
Yeah, I'm still definitely working on that full body pics. Hello, Potato. Now bear with me for 5 minutes. I walked in, got stream stuff all set up, and then promptly realized that my glasses are super smudged and I can't see.
No.
Right? I didn't even know how this happens, you know? Like it's not like I go around all day putting my fingertips up to my glasses. But yet, here we are. Hello, that's a name I don't recognize. Or maybe I don't recognize it from the last couple of times. I have really bad memory.
Rifted.
Hi, Rifted. I'm still working on that pics while we, wait for everyone to show up who's gonna show up. I'm actually really happy with how her face turns out, but I gotta draw the entire rest of her next. Okay, we're good, we're all Gucci. Switch over to that mono pen, and we're gonna take another look at the colors that I have for her, because totally forgot what colors I had for her. And we're gonna get started. So how's your day been? Yeah, I've been... Tuesdays always suck because I have class meetings. I have 3 class meetings. One from 8:30 to 9:30, one from 10:40-ish to 11:30, and then one at 2:30. Which the only one out of those that I actually enjoy being in is the one at 2:30, which of course is the one that's going to end at 2:40 because the professor understands that our time is valuable.
Aww.
Yeah, no, I love him so much. He is by far one of my favorite professors I have ever had.
This whole thing, I don't have my normal class with one of my professors anymore that his class relied on participation and it was actually fun.
See, those are the ones that make me so sad. Because it feels like there's no winning, we're still expected to do our normal classes and all of that, except hey, the ones that are fun really can't do much about them, but the ones that suck, somehow those are the ones that are still going. And I'm just like, y'all, why? Add that to the fact that it turns out I have to take another summer course because I still have to take public relations. Excuse you, I worked in public relations for a whole semester. Does that count for nothing? But here we are. It's okay. I got registered for my courses today.
Courses?
Yeah, I have to take one for PR in May because apparently it's required to have 3 communications courses, not 2, like I thought.
Fantastic.
Right. And I get to take, which the other one is definitely a get to take. I like the professor who teaches the other one. Even though I have no idea what that class is actually about. It might be an app programming class. So it'll at least be interesting. any Ninjago character to be my friend in real life? What do you think?
Zane.
Zane? I think.
Come on.
See, the hard part is like there's certain characters that I really like as characters, but in real life I'm like, you're too nice of a person for me and you to get along. And just like, I'm actually a really salty person in real life, you know? Which, like, you know, you've heard me ranting today.
You've seen me ranting today too, so.
Rant. But, honestly, Skylar seems like she's super chill. Skylar and I could get into some chisme over noodles.
Skylar would be a good choice, definitely. Respect that move.
Just like, you know, she'd be down to sit there and talk shit about people, you know?
No, like she hasn't talked shit about people behind their back before. Like, what? Did she talk crap about her dad?
Oh, she 100% talks shit about her dad, but like everyone should be able to talk shit about their parents behind their back, you know? I love my parents. My parents are some of the best people I've ever met. I'm still gonna talk shit about my dad behind his back, you know?
Gotcha.
She's gonna look so pretty whenever this is done, but it's gonna take forever.
He's really dedicated to making this look awesome.
I want this to be her character sheet, and I'm gonna redo everyone else's. So I want hers to be good on the first try, you know?
Definitely.
It's like at this point, once she's done, she's gonna make everyone else look like a potato, which is, you know, accurate for Pixel. She's gorgeous, but like they deserve a little bit of a chance.
To multitask with schoolwork is not advised.
Yeah, no, multitasking is a lie. And it's why I'm, you know, coloring Pixel and not writing out more of Frozen Fractal or Stolen Spark, because the writer's block is strong, so we're going to turn to a different medium.
Good idea.
Oh goodness, what's Dad sending pictures of now? My blind dog cannot get up on the couch by herself and is apparently... So here's the thing. You know how, like, whenever you're in your living room, you have, like, a spot that's definitely yours? Like, just that's your normal...
No, actually, no, I don't.
Well, just, like...
Go on.
But, like, just in a place that, like, you live, you have places that, like, you tend to be in. Like, whenever you're all gonna sit and watch a movie or whatever, you have your spot, right? Here's the thing. My dad just sent me a picture of my dog, who is 100% blind. Like, that poor girl cannot see jack. Sitting there, standing in front of my quote-unquote spot on the couch, trying to get my attention. And I am definitely not there. And I feel so bad for her. Like, I definitely feel sympathy for my dog. And I'm not, you know, sitting here laughing, me, my dumb dog. But at the same time, that shit's fucking hilarious.
What? It sounds hilariously cruel.
Here's the thing, though. She's fine. She really is. Because I guarantee you, all she's doing is looking for someone who's willing to let her outside. Like she's not sitting there being like, where's Rena? She's sitting here being like, up, I need you to open doors. She's a demanding little shit. And I love her.
Aww. It's adorable.
She's the best. She's awful.
I envy you for having actual spots, though.
I mean,
everything is up for grabs.
Oh, really? No, we've got too many people in the house. So just like, whenever my parents got this house, first thing on my mom's list was to get like places for people to sit. So luckily, with the way the routine and how many people are here has worked out, we do kind of have places where we typically sit down. It's almost like a freaking sitcom, you know, where everyone has their places where they typically sit. Like that's the situation in my living room. Because, like, we got too many people to be fighting over seats all the time.
I gotcha. Well, we have enough where it's not really a fight. It's just first come, first serve, and you get, like, silently annoyed if someone sprawls out on the long couch.
Oh, see, I'm the person who does sprawl out on the long couch, but that's because nobody cares and will just sprawl out on top of you. Like, sprawl at your own risk here.
There's a strategy to it.
Oh?
If my dad, like, I say we don't have spots, but generally speaking, my dad likes to go for the black recliner whenever we're watching stuff. Again, if you beat him to it, he won't kick you out of the chair, but he tends to sit there. If, however, you beat him to the chair, then he usually goes for the long couch to sprawl out, and if you've beaten him there, he will sit on your feet.
Yeah, see, Dad just straight up kicks people out of his chair. like straight up, he do not care. He will kick you out of his chair because that's his spot. He's the dad, and so he has seniority. And luckily for me, I'm the oldest child, so there's only 2 people ahead of me in the pecking order here. But they are the 2, you know, people who pay the bills. So I don't really have much defense whenever they tell me to move.
Poor girl.
Well, and I try not to pull rank on my siblings, but, like, I'm definitely not above pulling rank on my siblings.
I've run into the Edward Elric problem, where my brothers are basically taller than me at this point, and height/size trumps seniority.
Oh, that sucks. See, no, we just straight up go by age. Don't get me wrong. If I pick a fight with my brother and, you know, he wins, that's on me for picking a fight instead of pulling rank. But if I pull rank on him instead, Dad's just like, nope, she got seniority. That's how this house works. Mostly because he's the oldest child, but he's also the shortest child. So, he's biased.
Alright, I'm looking at the Twitter. Name me 5 perfect movies.
Perfect movies?
Yes. This is the hashtag that is trending.
Okay. I think I saw that earlier from like Guillermo del Toro or something like that. Howl's Moving Castle is definitely one. Fucking loved that movie. Coco is another. Love me some Coco. What's another movie that just makes me cry every time I watch it?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at these tweets, and someone was just like, Tom Hanks is legendary, and names just Tom Hanks movies.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Left Out Splash.
Yeah, guys, y'all want to know what Mel had me do yesterday? Y'all want to know what she had me do? Okay, so we all know Mermaid is coming up, right? Like, we're all fully aware that, like, Mermaid's just around the corner. Some of y'all may have seen, like, Nightly Birdie is back doing the Lord's work, getting us a list together again. Mel comes to me and is like, hey, there's one of these old movies, yet another one that you've never watched, but I think it would be a fun AU. And I go, you know what, Mel? I have work tomorrow where I'm going to be doing nothing but sitting there answering a phone for 4 hours. I will totally watch that movie tomorrow. Me thinking, you know, naively, well, it's on Disney Plus. It can't be that bad. Oh boy! Here's the thing. You know, before Tom Hanks was, you know, Tom Hanks, he had to start in movies that, you know, didn't necessarily do great, right? Like no matter how much we want to pretend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Please tell me it was not.
It was.
Oh my god. Okay, so apparently people didn't have taste in the 80s. Because here's the thing. I will say this. It is a fun movie. It is a very fun movie. Much in the same way that Pirates of the Caribbean is a fun movie. In that you just gotta turn off your fucking brain while you're watching it and have fun.
Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't like it.
No, here's the thing. I did like it. It's just, it's so bizarre to me because I don't watch rom-com movies. Here's like, I can't watch Friends because, hey, those people don't fucking act like Friends. I can't watch The Big Bang Theory for very long because I'm just not a sitcom person. So like, you know, you come to me and you're like, hey, watch this. And I'm like, screw it. I'm going to be bored out of my mind if I don't do something. And this is at least something to do. And I'm watching it the whole time. And it's kind of like a train wreck that entertains you. I can't stop watching it. But at the same time, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, this better not affect, like, my suggested movies. Don't get me wrong, I'm so excited to start that AU. I cannot wait, and it's gonna be so much fun. But y'all, Splash was a trip, okay? like, would y'all like a rundown?
Describe the plot.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of Splash, starring Tom Hanks, okay? So, like,
it's on Disney Plus, by the way, if you want to watch it.
It is definitely on Disney Plus. So anyway, you know, you're me. You're in your nice little IT uniform that definitely doesn't look like you work at Best Buy. And you're sitting down with your Mac. You're the only person in a creepy tech room full of busted up laptops because you've got to answer this phone. But you know, you're happy because you're getting hours. And your friend recommended you a movie. And what's the worst thing that's going to come out of this movie? It eats up 2 hours of your time, right? So you turn on this movie. And you know, you're instantly reminded that this came out in the 80s. Because there's a solid, like, 4 to 5 minutes of credits before the movie even starts. And it's all played in the, like, over a really lovely melodic 80s song. And so you're sitting there and you're just like, how much patience do I have for 5 minutes of credits? Not enough patience. So you fast forward past the 5 minutes of credits. And then you notice that everything's got that real nice orange sepia overtone to it, which clearly means this is taking place in the past. Okay, it is important that we understand this because here's our ledger, okay? If it took place in like the 1960s to about the from the 50s to about the mid 70s, it's going to be sepia toned. If it takes place at any time before that, it's going to be in black and white. And then whenever you hit 1700s, everything's going to be blue toned because everything sucked. All right? So you know, the entire first 20 minutes of the movie, if that, is all sepia toned. And it is a little concerning. Because, you know, you got everybody in there, they're cute. Honestly, from the fashion, it could be 50s or 60s. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, and I was kind of hungry already. And it starts with what is clearly supposed to be the jerk older brother. How do we know he's a jerk older brother? He keeps looking under women's skirts. Which, I want you to know, whenever you pull up this movie on Disney Plus and you hit play, it tells you with a little disclaimer, hey, this has been edited for content. And you're like, oh dang, someone must have been hella racist or something for them to, you know, edit it for content on Disney Plus. And you're sitting there watching it and you're like, huh, edited for content. And yet we kept this. So we're off to a stellar start. But again, it's like a really entertaining train wreck. You can't look away. And you know, the camera pans over. There's this very bored, much thinner younger brother. It's important that we understand he's the younger brother, because it's important that we understand that he's not like older brother. He's different. And
Not a pervert.
right, he's not a little jerk face looking under women's skirts. And it was not subtle, y'all. Like, it, not to condone this, but if you're going to be nasty, could you at least try to hide it? Whatever. So anyway, little brother is sitting there staring off into the water. And here's the thing. Again, this movie was made in the 80s. We have not been dazzled by effects, all right? We are still talking about, you know, the Batman Begins, Batman and Robin, and Batman Forever. We're talking like that's going to be at the tail end of this decade. Those are the effects we're looking at for blockbuster movies. So you can't really expect anything, you know, jaw-dropping. What you can expect is what was clearly a kid tossed off of a diving board into a studio pool. And so, you know, this kid gets, you know, he's in the ocean, which, by the way, we're not in the ocean. I want y'all, it is important to me that you know this. We are not in the ocean. We are in Cape fucking Cod. This kid should be freezing his ass off. And instead, he's sitting there floating, and he's got this real goofy grin on his face that is clearly, you know, this 11-year-old trying to smile underwater and not, you know, die. And here comes this other maybe 10-year-old, except, gasp, it's a 10-year-old blonde chick, and she is also trying to smile and, you know, not die. And then, you know, we've got
I just broke the movie for you, and, like, I was just sitting there like, whatever.
like, again, I loved it so much. But again, like, this is what we're dealing with. Sailor jumps in, grabs the kid. Parents are all sorts of concerned because, hey, little Timmy, what the fuck? Except his name's not Timmy, it's Alan. You want to know how I know that?
Little Tommy.
You want to know how I know that his name is Alan? Because towards the end of the movie, like throughout the entire movie, people are just constantly yelling Alan because God forbid we forget what his name is. And so, you know, Sailor jumps in, grabs the kid, and we go on with life. Presumably, we tell the kid...
The mermaid tail end of it.
Oh, right. Camera pulls away, we see the top of the water, and clearly someone is just below the surface of the water with a fin on a handle that they flap in the direction of the camera. Again, I'm not ragging on this movie.
You gotta get to when it's back.
I'm not ragging on this movie. It was a trip. So we fast forward, and our very first introduction of the character as an adult is him getting yelled at about some cherries, right? I guess he's like, you know, in charge of some distribution chain, what's it, whatever. So he's getting yelled at about cherries. And it's at this point that we find out that the older brother is still a jerk face. Except we keep the older brother around because, as we're going to find out later in the movie, he's not really a jerk face so much as he is a perverted dumbass. Which is, mildly better. It's mildly better than, like, being a perverted jerk face, but not by a lot. And so, we begin to get into the movie. We start to see evidence that, like, older brother is definitely a bit of a screwball. He keeps fucking shit up. He keeps making promises he can't keep to the people. Because, hey, they're trying to run a business together, right? Because running a business with family always works. Whatever, we're cool. And while we're watching this, little intro to the adults, younger brother, the one who saw the fish kid, gets broken up with while they're ushering people into a wedding. So we get some really fun, like, denial, outburst denial from this guy who eventually comes to the brilliant conclusion that he will never fall in love, he'll never love again, the world is out to get him. Which, mood.
So you can't tell already for the AU who's going to play Tom Hanks.
Yeah, if y'all are sitting here being like, wait, this sounds like an AU, the answer is we're going to make an AU, and if you have guesses as to who's who, please comment them, because I would love to see if, like, y'all also match up with our brilliant thought processes. So anyway, he comes to the conclusion that just, like, he's not ever meant to find love. And for whatever reason, I forgot which, because at that point I had to answer a phone call and direct a lady to financial aid. For whatever reason, he's like, I gotta get back to Cape Cod. I really don't know why his midlife crisis dictates going back to Cape Cod, but it does.
Drunk?
He was definitely, that's right, he was drunk, and now it makes more sense.
That's what I'm here for.
Thanks, Mel. Nia's not Alan.
No.
So anyway, Alan is drunk, but somehow gets a taxi to drive him 300 miles to Cape fucking Cod. So we get to Cape Cod, right? And so he's there, right? And, like, within 5 minutes of getting there, he is, he runs into these guys who definitely don't look like the kind of person you want to go up and bother. It's not that they're intimidating. It's more like they look like they're going to trap you in a, 12-minute conversation about, their favorite conspiracy of the week. I don't know why he talked to them except for the fact that he was drunk. But he did. Oh, right. At this point, he's hungover. No, sorry, Rifted. None of that is on with what we've got planned. So anyway, Alan's hungover. He's in a suit because here's the thing. He went directly from the wedding to a bar with his brother to Cape fucking Cod. So he's still in, wedding usher tuxedo. I don't know if that's the term or if he was like a groomsman or something. I really don't know. We're going to go with wedding usher because I don't know how weddings work. And so he's in a fancy suit, and this guy immediately, we can tell he thinks Alan's FBI. Alan, however, is confused as all hell because you're never thinking straight whenever life is happening to you. And so Alan is clearly confused as all hell and is like, what I want to get to the island because that's, it was the only time he ever felt love. Back on track. Okay. So he's going back to the island because that's the only place where he ever felt love. And he's like, can I just hitch a ride with y'all? And they're like, nice try, government boy. We don't trust you. And just immediate suspicion all around, which just makes them look suspicious. For real, guys, if you're going to be suspicious of every guy that walks up to you, all you're going to look like is someone who's trying to do illegal things. So anyway, he walks away from them, gets a boat ride from a shady dude who definitely looks and acts as if he's grown up near Cape Cod. This I will give them. I 100% believed that that man was serious about swimming out of his boat whenever the motor busted and going to get a different boat. I 100% believed that. J is Alan, yes. So anyway, the motor to the boat breaks in the middle of Cape Cod. So Alan's sitting here, and we've learned, very conveniently, that he can't swim. He can't swim, and he's out in the middle of Cape Cod by himself in a busted-ass boat. Which, you know, there are worse things to do. At least you're in the boat. You're not in the water yet. Only what does Alan do? Let me ask you, Mel. What does Alan do?
Tries to fix it, starts it up, and then falls into the water when the motor starts up because he's standing.
Exactly.
And he can't swim.
Alan tries to fix the boat himself, gets the motor started, only for the motor to knock him into the water because he's standing up. And, you know, boats are tricky.
It's a tiny boat.
It is a tiny boat. It's basically a dinghy with a motor on the end of it. And so Alan...
This is the plot to a movie.
This is more bizarre than my AUs. How do you think I felt? I watched it. So Alan falls into the water. Alan falls into the water, and he's very much drowning. Okay? He, man's about to die. When all of a sudden, you know, something grabs him and tosses him on shore. And he wakes up in, you know, the sand. And oh, yeah, it's important to know this. He drops his wallet in the ocean. Which...
Yes, you have to know this. He drops the wallet.
He drops his wallet in Cape Cod, which inexplicably has a coral reef in it. Coral reef. Cape Cod in this movie has a coral reef in it. Sorry. Moving on. So he gets tossed out of the water. He's lying on the beach on the island. So, you know, we got to the objective.
Face first, because of the mermaid.
Face first because of the mermaid. And he looks up and, hey, there's this blonde chick standing over there on the rocks. And here's where my second surprise from Disney came. The first surprise was keeping the brother looking under skirts. The second surprise came from this mermaid, very clearly is an au naturel mermaid, in that there are no Ariel style seashells covering anything. She is depending on her hair and her hair alone, along with the advent of digital technology.
You could tell they added some stuff.
Oh, you could tell so bad. It was actually hilarious. But it's depending on the advent of digital technology and her hair to preserve her modesty from Tom Hanks, because this entire time you're sitting here watching this as a young Tom Hanks is getting, you know, halfway drowned and tossed on shore. So he wakes up and she immediately kisses him. Right? Like, you're sitting here watching this and she's hiding behind the rocks and you're like, oh, is she gonna hide from him? Is this gonna be like the Little Mermaid and he's gotta track her down? No, homegirl comes right out and shoots her shot. And just immediately kisses on the guy. And then, of course, I think at that point the big boat comes by to pick him up and he goes back home. And he's all sorts of confused. He's like, the fuck was that? Where did she go? Kiss. Completely confused.
Come back, let me get your number. I can't swim.
Right. He's sitting there being like, come back. Do you have a phone? And meanwhile, she jumps back into the water. She's looking for his wallet. And she grabs his wallet off of the Cape Cod coral reef. And who should she run into? Who should she run into but weird scientist conspiracy guy? Because the plot has to come from somewhere.
up. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry, I'm really good at rambling.
I don't mean to be mean. I just...
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, this was a weird-ass Little Mermaid thing. She gets captured by the government. He also...
Wait, you're skipping the love story.
Oh, yes, they fall in love.
Yeah, she shows up, gets arrested because she's streaking.
Yes.
And Tom Hanks picks her up, and then they just start this lovely romance, and he's happy.
And you know...
she gets caught by the government, and then there's a fun little chase scene. Brother redeems himself, scientist redeems himself, they escape, she kisses him, he can breathe underwater at the end, I guess, he drop kicks a scuba diver, and then they swim off to Atlantica.
That's exactly what happens. And here's the thing though, he doesn't grow a tail. I don't know why this bothers me so much, but he does not grow a tail. Like the last shot of the movie...
Have money to make another tail.
The last shot of the movie is literally him in his dress shoes and slacks swimming off after his mermaid. It's wild.
For this AU, we were, Tom Hanks is gonna be Jay.
Because who else could convey that kind of nervous energy? Like, I need y'all to go and watch this if you can. And watch even just 5 minutes of adult, Tom Hanks, and tell me that's not Jay. I dare you. I dare you to tell me it's not Jay.
It is literally Jay, and it was I saw it and I was like, okay, this is why I need to get Rita to watch it. Mermaid is going to be Mia.
Right, yes, because you know what? There's a formula, it works well, we're gonna stick with it.
Well, we gotta make it mermaid somehow. Brother is not going to be brother, but just best friend.
Right, and we're gonna just take out the whole creepy looking up skirts thing.
Good idea.
We're just...
Well, because we're doing lava for Cole.
Right, Cole's gonna find himself a mermaid. Because, you know what? Everyone deserves a mermaid.
That wasn't in the movie. We're gonna have mermaid's older brother come looking for her and end up with a side plot with Cole.
Like I'm super hyped for this AU, but the story itself is so out there that like the AU sounds out there, you know?
It's just like, no one would ever do a movie like that. No, they did.
And not just anyone. Fucking Disney.
Oh, Touchstone. Touchstone was specifically created for this movie.
You're kidding me.
Yes. This was supposed to be the first in a line of movies directed at adults that were Disney movies, but they didn't want to put Disney on the title because Disney equals kids.
Are you telling me that they would rather make a whole adult live-action studio than just make a PG-13 animated movie?
Oh, this is PG.
This is PG?
Also, this came out 5 years before The Little Mermaid. Just throwing that out there.
So when this didn't work, they were like, call the animators in to fix it, or what?
This movie did very well.
It did?
Yes. $20 million budget, $80 million box office.
Oh my god. Damn. Nothing I know is real.
You didn't think that this would have done well?
I mean, perhaps I'm viewing it through, 2020 eyes. Holy hot damn.
Look, if this was made in 2020, there would have been so many differences.
That's very true.
It's very much a product of the time. There is no way Disney would have said yes to one of the plot points being that, like, she shows up on land and is arrested for streaking. Like, no.
Well, like, even aside from that, like, you saw, I was live texting Mel the entire time while watching this movie, and I distinctly remember at one point being like, ah, yes, the 80s, when crimped, straight-cut bangs were sexy as hell. Don't get me wrong,
You get away with a lot of stuff.
Getting away with a lot, that is definitely a way to put it.
Little Mermaid, the animated film, got greenlit for completely different reasons, but I like to think that the success of Splash might have swayed Disney executives.
I have no doubt that it had a little bit of an impact, because, like you said, it's PG, right?
Well, it's PG because PG-13 didn't exist until, I think, 85.
And yeah, and it wouldn't have qualified for mature or for...
Was it 85? When was PG-13?
Homie, don't ask me. I'm graduating before they're letting me take any film studies courses.
Let's see.
I'm still so salty about that.
So... Oh, the same year the movie came out.
I wonder if that's why. Quick, someone give me an analysis. Was that in any way connected to Splash?
Because I'm pretty sure it's PG. Why is Splash rated PG?
See, I'm not the only one.
According to this parental guide from IMDb that like got pulled off for Google, the movie nevertheless gets a PG rating because the nudity is all non-sexual nudity, and it is all essential to the plot. All parts are visible at one point or another, except for pubic area.
Oh yeah, I want y'all to know, while watching this movie, I saw more of Tom Hanks than I ever wanted to see.
I know what moment you're talking about.
It is important to me that y'all know before going and watching this movie, I saw more of Tom Hanks than I have ever wanted to see.
PG. I was about the box office. It was almost 70 million. I was off by 10 million.
Sweet baby Jesus. The Fish movie did that.
What do I know Ron Howard from?
I don't know.
I was I was just like, wait, what?
Also, this came out several decades before The Shape of Water did, and we still got a dude running off with the mermaid at the end. I've actually never watched The Shape of Water, so I don't know how accurate that statement is.
Neither have I. I do know how it ends, though.
Does she run off with the fish guy?
Yes.
Well, I mean, good for her.
It's implied that she was a fish person, I think.
What?
See? Oh, he directed Apollo 13. That's neat. This is news to me.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
That was a film before it was a video game.
The fuck?
Ron Howard's directorial debut.
Are you? It's a movie. He didn't direct the video game.
Oh, no, the movie came out in 1977.
Wow. I never thought my life would come to the point where, like, I was straight up just rendering a boob on live YouTube. And
How's your drawing? Or did you take a break from drawing? Or...
Yeah, I have not drawn all effing day. Mostly because I had class all effing day. My professors won't take a freaking hint.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. For whatever reason, my video stopped playing, and so it was stuck when you still had just a face for Pixel. I don't know why I paused it, but it was paused, and so I didn't see that you'd been drawing this whole time.
Oh, yeah, no, we are definitely down into the torso area now.
I see. I hit live, and now it's, now you're coloring the chest.
Honestly, I don't think she's going to need a whole lot of rendering on the flight suit itself. I think it'll just need some cleaning up and, like, actual rendering a little bit. But, like, her face was the part that took the most, and that's the part that I got done before the stream actually started. So, like, now that I've, sloppily explained a movie...
I'm just gonna say, with this movie, AU, I think once you guys actually see it come Mermaid, I think you're gonna get a real kick out of it.
Yeah, we're gonna save this AU for another week, because, oh my god, it's already April 21st. Mermaid is literally a week.
We have finals that week.
Son of a fucking bitch. No, I don't want to take finals.
Does anyone? I have to get 100% on one of my tests in order to get an A.
Homegirl, no. I've colored Pixel in the past. I just haven't fully rendered her like this before. It's gonna take forever, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
It'd be so cool.
I have to keep reminding myself that, I'm lucky. I just have to do projects. But at the same time, like, have you ever tried to get an artist to do a project before the day before the due date? It just doesn't work.
Have you ever tried to get me to write a paper the day before the due date?
I don't know. I feel like, we talk to each other and ninjago shit happens. Like...
Someone reblogged that Cyclondo is backed post with, can we acknowledge that up until now only Jay called it, or said Cyclondo? True friendship right there. Now that it's in season 12, no excuse for seasons 8 through 10 anymore. No excuse.
You're still salty about that, aren't you?
What'd you say?
I said, you're still salty about that, aren't you?
You don't just ignore that powers exist.
Maybe he hadn't trained hard enough.
The previous seasons were like, oh, the dragons ran off.
That's just because they got nerfed and no one wanted to admit it.
I mean, for season 1, for instance.
Oh,
yeah. Right at the beginning, they have their dragons for the pilots, and then, almost immediately, because of giant thermometer that Wu just has, they have to run off and go become the Ultra Dragon, and that's why they can't use them to get around.
Because of a giant-ass thermometer. What? Because of a giant-ass thermometer.
I'm not saying that it's been perfect. This is the same show where, they acknowledged that the tornado of creation existed in season 1, and then never again until season 10.
Listen, I love...
potential just also disappeared.
I love the show so much, but, the way it's written, either it's not written with a whole, series Bible in front of you while you're writing it, or it's explicitly written about, 6 or 7 teenage dumbasses all living on a boat.
But here's the thing. Once, seasons 3 through 7 rolled around, at least, it kept the powers that were introduced around. Like season 4, you had the elemental dragons introduced, and those stuck around all through season 7.
That is very true. They did keep that pretty well. I admit...
It's like, I understand ditching the tornado of creation, and even, like, them not using their true potentials, because, I mean, their true potentials did train them. And also, you know, you need to, like... I mean, like, their true, whenever they went into true potential form, they were, like, exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes sense not to use it.
I admit, like, as much as I, you know, make excuses for the show or whatever, there are parts that I would prefer to see improved upon.
Yes, absolutely. I just recently, I saw someone in the trending tag complaining about the timeline, and I was just like, oh man, Tail is the oldest fandom.
Sitting here like, bro, I wish I knew it too.
Oh, I wish it made sense too. I really do.
And you're like, bitch, me too, the fuck.
Season 8. No, speaking of Season 8, that Harumi fight, am I right?
I am excited, but I don't know how many people in the comments have seen up to that point.
Shoot, right, sorry, don't watch crappy bootlegs. Don't watch crappy bootlegs.
I mean, I definitely watch crappy bootlegs.
Just someone was like, hey look, it's available in the Cartoon Network app. I'm just gonna record.
Sitting here like, I'm gonna do the Lord's work. Just like that.
Meanwhile, I am impatiently waiting for Zaned Fedora episode.
I can't wait for any of that.
That's not really a spoiler, is it?
I don't think so. I think those have really been floating around, and it doesn't really give anything about like what actually occurs in the episode.
I can't believe it though. Like the season's gonna be over this weekend.
It is?
In Vietnam.
Wow, that is quick. Maybe that means it'll come over here.
Oh, no. You know it took forever for them to air the Ice chapter, even though all of the episodes are out in English.
Yeah. Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Asshole.
Cartoon Network, do you want it to fail? Like...
Do. I'm convinced they do at this point.
I'm convinced that, like, they want anything that's not, like, Teen Titans Go to fail.
Yeah, and if Ninjago gets popular, then they have to be mindful of what episodes they air.
Everyone who has access to Cartoon Network in some capacity, please actually watch those episodes whenever they come out. Because Cartoon Network will use it as an excuse to cancel the show if we're all just
Cartoon
bootlegging
Network has no authority over whether they cancel the show or not.
Oh, really?
It's a Lego property that Lego produces. It's just that Cartoon Network has the distribution rights to it.
Oh. So if Cartoon Network don't want to get with the program, then screw them.
Because I think Warner Brothers owns the rights to the brand as a whole, because whatever. So because Warner Brothers owns CN, that's where it airs.
Gotcha.
You know, I remember back in the golden days when I first got into this franchise, and I was pissed off too, because they aired the pilot once, the first pilot once, for 3 months. 3 months, it felt like 3 months of silence. And then suddenly, King of Shadows, or Realm of Shadows, whatever it's called, randomly aired, and then they didn't air the pilots ever. And then whenever season 1 was airing, like, finally, they'd only air the episodes like once or twice, and I would just be like, why do you do this to me? But they aired it at a good time, so, you know, it makes up for it.
Mel was suffering.
I was suffering because I had a DVR and I wanted all of the episodes recorded.
Oh my gosh.
No, because here was the problem. It aired Wednesday nights at 7. Same time that The Middle aired its new episodes. And that was like family TV night.
So you were basically screwed
So
whenever it came to that.
Modern Family, but like, I always felt bad.
See, we didn't have really like family show nights like once a week where we all watched the same show. Now we do, because, you know, we watch the entirety of Lego Masters together. But we definitely did like movie marathons type things. Mostly because, like, Nana loves her some Hallmark movies around Christmas time. And every time ABC hit another Harry Potter set, the whole family would be sitting there watching it.
Wait, why would they get more money for airing them way later?
No, not... Wait, what? Like, they're trying to wait until kids are out of school? Because right now, that's kind of a moot point.
Maybe, are you trying to say that they, like, want more money from Lego?
I don't know if it's they want more money from Lego or if they want more money from ratings. That, like, they can air them whenever they want in the summer because everyone will be home and won't have to worry about school. I know some parents, like, limit kids' screen time in theory. Not my parents, but some parents are responsible.
I think it's just also, like, even though season 11 attempted, and I'm going to put this in air quotes because I don't really believe it, to go more episodic, like, it's still a story. It's still an overarching plot.
Yeah, I think that's kind of...
honestly... Alright, what were you saying?
Well, and I think that's been the source of my frustration with kids' cartoons lately. It's almost like there's been this weird dissonance where it's like, why aren't any of our, why aren't these shows being popular? And it's, you canceled the popular ones because they weren't selling toys. And the popular ones were actually telling a story at Lego Ninjago. But Lego Ninjago was literally a toy commercial from the get-go, and they weren't, shy about it. The little figures looked exactly like the toys you were going to get.
And the cars they used in the show looked like the toys you were going to get.
Yeah, so it was like a really big no-brainer for selling toys as far as like the Lego Ninjas went. But like anything else, it's like, why did this get canceled? We were really enjoying watching it. Oh, it wasn't selling. Well, what do you mean? Everybody was watching it every weekend. Oh, well, it wasn't selling toys. And just,
Are you talking about Young Justice now?
What? Take your fucking pick. Sorry, Young Justice. I think Teen Titans got the boot because before season 6 because they weren't selling toys.
I heard someone say that it was because it was appealing to too many people.
Oh yeah, it appealed to more than just like the.
Never didn't like that it was appealing to girls.
Yeah, it appealed to more than just the concentrated boy market. Because again, toys. And Symbionic Titan. That got canceled because it wasn't going to sell toys, and because it also appealed to the girls' market too much. Like,
there was Symbionic Titan. It was also contract disputes, like into production in general.
Oh, I would not be surprised.
They weren't getting a toy deal. It was because Gendy wanted to do his thing, and Cartoon Network wanted to make another Ben 10.
If you want to make another Ben 10, just reboot it another millionth of a time.
Ben 10 knows.
It does, and I respect that somebody made something that sells that well, but then the other part of me is just like, could we not remake this a millionth time, you know?
As long as I'm honestly surprised that, like, Ben 10 had, like, a continuous story for seasons.
It had a good run at first. I think now it has also kind of gotten the episodic Teen Titans treatment.
That was like a straight up reboot, though. I'm talking like the franchise for a while was, oh, this series is a sequel to the last one. This next one is a sequel to the last one. And even Omniverse was a sequel to Ultimate Alien.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mad props to Ben 10.
Alien, that was the design of the Omnitrix that Ben got. They just completely changed the art style.
Well, American Dragon changed its art style, and it wasn't the end of the world.
Oh, but everybody was crapping on the comedy Ben 10 show for changing the art style. I remember people didn't like Omniverses, though, when it came out. They were like, what happened to the anime style?
I hate hands so much.
Is that 4 fingers?
Well, yeah, because her thumb's not...
Yeah, 'cause the thumb's on the back.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
I think it's because I laid down the outline really sloppily here. I just hate drawing hands so much.
You're still drawing them, though. At least you're not, like, avoiding them.
Yeah, I can't really avoid hands anymore.
What I mean is I'm commending you for not giving up.
Thanks.
Okay, Riff did actually brought up something. You know how you said that people were tuning in every morning?
Yeah.
Or, like, what kind of jerkwad airs all the action cartoons at 6 o'clock in the morning on a premium channel? Like, you have to pay extra to get Cartoon Network.
You want to know what? I actually... This has been, mulling around in my head for a long time because I really could not understand it at first. Because, these are some of their best shows, right? Right? But here's the thing. If you just do episodic stuff that uses, fairly repetitive animation, like Teen Titans Go, it's a lot cheaper to produce.
Yeah, no, it is. No, but what I mean is, like, why would you have the action cartoon block that appeals to, like, older kids who might be sleeping in or going to soccer games on Saturday mornings? Why would you air all the shows appealing to them at 6 or 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning?
Because they're not your target audience. You don't care about them. They're icing on the cake, but you don't care about that target audience. You care about...
Justice was like 7 to 10-year-olds.
Right, but, like, here's the thing. Young Justice, their animation, it's a lot prettier to look at than, Teen Titans Go. That also means it's a lot more expensive 90% of the time. And if it's cheaper to make Teen Titans Go, and, those same 7 to 8-year-old kids are still going to watch it, you might as well just try and force out Young Justice, say it doesn't make money, so you can pivot.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can pivot and just focus on your quote-unquote money-making cartoons that get all the views.
I heard that the Young Justice toys weren't actually selling, and I mean, I saw a couple pictures of them, and they didn't look the greatest.
Well, yeah, if you don't make great toys, because here's the thing. With Young Justice, the people who are going to be buying those toys, with the way that show, the appeal of that show, is not going to be to the 7-year-old who doesn't really care about the quality of his toy. He cares that he gets to be Batman. Yeah, he's not the one buying those toys. The one who's going to be buying those toys is the 15 to 25-year-old who's got the extra cash for it and wants to say he's got the cool toys from the show that he likes so he can show off to all of his friends. And if those toys are not well made, he's not gonna put in the money for those action figures.
This is why Ninjago is never gonna die. The toys are well made.
Toys are well made. And here's the thing, they're well made and simple. They're well made, simple, they appeal to multiple demographics.
The target demo is what matters because it's them who buy most of the toys.
Well, yeah, target demo matters a lot. But, like, how many 7-year-olds' parents are actually going to buy the super fancy sets or want to get all of them? There's some, don't get me wrong, there's some that because they're a collector will assume that their kid's a collector too. But Lego knows full well that there are adults and older teens who watch this stuff. Like, it's like you were explaining...
They did the Ninjago City, wasn't it?
Exactly. It's like you were explaining to your dad about, like, the Millennium Falcon. You've got some simpler stuff for the younger kids, but then you've got some of the cooler stuff for the older kids because you want them as your demographic. The wider demographic you can reach, the better. And Ninjago happens to do that really well, all things considered.
Their sets are just really well designed for the most part. I mean, there's the odd one here and there. Like, I remember there was one set from season 8 where I almost got it, but ended up not getting it because it was crap, and the only reason I wanted to get it was because it became Snake Jaguar Zane. I wanted that figure so badly.
Do you know how much it saddens me that I didn't get into Lego Ninjago until years after season 5?
Oh, dude, I was into it for season 5, but I wasn't into the sets yet. And so I was just avoiding it, and then I felt really bad when I started buying the sets again and realized I missed out on season 5. But this was back when Toys R Us was a thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how it is for Toys R Us in Canada, but back when Toys R Us was a thing in the States, they had massive backlogs for Lego Ninjago. It was a treat, and I was able to get some Ghost Season Legos, and I was just...
I'm so happy for you.
I got Samurai X from that season, and Possessed Lloyd.
Damn.
It came in the same Toys R Us only set, and it was marked down too.
That's fantastic. Ugh, I'm jealous.
I had to flex.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We believe in flexing up in this bitch.
That said, there was one regret I always had.
Oh?
So, my Barnes & Noble has a Lego section.
Right?
And every single, for like a solid year, they had one set from Possession that I just refused to buy because it was like before Day of the Departed finally convinced me to start buying the sets again or whatever. And it was Moro's Dragon, and I was...
You didn't buy Moro's Dragon? You have a chance to buy Moro's Dragon!
And I didn't.
And you didn't! Oh my god, Mel, I'm sad for you.
I know. I still think about it. It was there.
It was there!
This is the thing. This is why when I came back from England, you know, and I also, before I went to England, I also put off buying another dragon. Talk about, like, making the same mistake twice almost. It was the firstborn one, and I like put it on to be saved, and then I forgot to grab it, and then I was like, oh no, I'm gonna miss it. And then I go back to Barnes Noble, and it's still there, and I'm like, yes, 10% discount, bitch.
Oh, you got lucky with that one.
You know, I was gone for 3 months, and it was still there. I was literally like, thank the Lord. Mr. E versus Zane and the motorbikes? Dude, that was a cool one. I didn't grab that if I wanted to.
I have no Lego Ninjago sets. My brother had some of the first ones, or not some of the first ones, because I think it's actually a pretty old toy line.
Dude, it's like 2011 old.
Oh, then yeah, he had some of the first ones. Way back when, because he was my parents' first boy, and they didn't figure out that whole girls can play whatever they want to thing for a while. But he did have some of the first ones, like pilot outfits first.
Yes, me too. Me too.
But unfortunately, we didn't continue buying them because he got into like other things. So those are the only ones that we had.
You have the pilot ones. That was, oh my god, I remember my brother and I, because the younger, but not youngest, but younger, was into it with me for like a little bit. It was the goal to get the main four. Cole and Kai came with the cheapy sets, and it was Jay and Zane that each of us had to split with our birthday and Christmas money which one we were gonna grab. There was strategy. It's so cool you have the pilot ones, though. I mean, they're your brothers, but that's still pretty cool.
Yeah. I have no idea where they are. Jack is not the best at keeping his Legos all together because he's not a build the set and display it or play with it type person. He is a build the set once, leave it up for 2 days, and then make your own thing out of it.
Nice.
So he has a bunch of like, he took one look at my dad's Lego Death Star because Dad got the giant Lego Death Star for himself because that's how he be. He took one look at Dad's Lego Death Star while he was building it and said, I can make that, and promptly went to his room and did so in like a mini version.
Aww.
It was adorable as all hell, and we are still baffled that he was able to look at it because he was not a very old kid at the time. He had to have been like 7 or 8, maybe. And he just took one look at Dad's Death Star plans and was like, I can make that, and just went off to go do it.
Was jealous of the dad.
Yeah, Dad, he is a total, he's a total Star Wars Lego guy. So he's got the giant Lego Death Star, the one that you see in Spider-Verse, or not Spider-Verse, Spider-Man, Homecoming. That's the one that he has. He's got an Imperial Star Destroyer, I think an AT-AT, maybe an AT-ST? Is that the two-legged ones? I can't remember. He had a Millennium Falcon. I don't think it's definitely not the newest one, but it was definitely one of the iterations of the Millennium Falcon. Total Star Wars nerd, but he's very proud of his Lego Death Star. And you know what? I like this rendering of Pixel. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Pixel in her flight suit that we will see more of with the OTU.
Oh, but you gave her some green. It's some Nice F word. What's the F word? Don't think about it.
Thank you. Zane. I do know what D&D is. We're on hold right now because Corona, but I'm part of a weekly D&D thing. I play a tiefling rogue. She's fantastic. Kind of an asshole.
Nice.
So I think my dog is crying at the door. Give me just a minute.
Go for it, girl.
Wrinkles, did you get left outside?
Still selling the Oni. Yes.
Are you on a Lego website right now?
I'm on the Lego website right now.
So D&D is Dungeons and Dragons, which is very, very nerdy. And it's essentially playing an RPG, but it's a tabletop RPG. So there have been spoofs of it because it's been gaining in popularity. That Voltron episode that everyone's freaking out about being a D&D spoof kind of shows a really good example of it, sans, the magic techno enhancement, shall we say. Essentially, you roleplay a character, and the group I'm in is 8 people plus the DM, Dungeon Master. And the Dungeon Master is essentially the person who writes out the outline for your story, but you act out this story by making your own decisions. So it's 100% a choose your own adventure. The DM just basically gives you all the tools to do it. They play the role of NPCs. They play the role of enemies. They play the role of NPCs turned enemies. And I have a really good DM. He's one of my friends from work. And we've all been really sad that we've had to stop playing D&D for a while because we're not very good Discord D&D people. It's a lot of fun, but it is a lot of information to take in whenever you first get started. What we did was we had a session 0 before we got started because it does take 2 or 3 hours to get all of the character ins and outs and numbers and all of that. Like, a lot of people joke that, like, D&D is how you trick theater kids into, doing math. There's a decent amount of math involved with D&D. Listen, y'all are gonna deal with my Texan accent or else I can make it a lot worse. If you want, I could put on my customer service voice, and that is even more horrifying.
I think everyone in this fandom is going to learn D&D come season 13.
Season 13, at least from what we've seen, looks like it's gonna lend itself towards that.
Oh no, have you not heard about, like, the toy stuff?
That's the thing. Like, I love this fandom so much, but I feel like we see some of the stuff and get all hyped up for it, and then it turns out to be more of a, well, like, you can interpret it that way type situation,
I haven't, well, like, this sets they haven't leaked any of this, what the sets look like, but according to people who, the rumors going around is that all of the sets are going to hook together. Come with cards as well.
Huh. Didn't they already do, like, a Ninjago trading card type thing?
Right?
I did not hear it, the word you just said.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes. Didn't they already do, like, a Ninjago trading card thing?
They did way back when it first came out, and they kind of laid off of that. Oh gosh, my Google Chrome is not responding.
See, your first mistake was using Google Chrome.
Explore?
No, you should have Microsoft Edge now. Explorer should be obsolete.
Hey, I'm probably gonna dip out of the call real quick just because my screen is just completely says not responding, but I'm still talking to you.
Okay. Jump back in whenever you're ready.
Yeah, no, totally. Just, I guess I gotta do this.
Alright, and because I can't stand the sound of silence, we're gonna turn on some music. Ooh, do y'all want to hear my edgy drawing playlist? Turn that down a little bit, actually. Oh my god, y'all actually do want to hear the customers. Do y'all want to hear the customer service voice? It's fantastic. It gets progressively more Texan the longer I have to use it. I'm waking up to ash and dust. Wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. Moving in the chemicals. Yeah, no, I made this playlist like 4 years ago, so we're gonna see what shows up. Checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa. This is Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Hold on, I haven't had to use my customer service voice in like 6 months. So the first thing that you do is you need to be really, really, really happy and also really, really enthusiastic, because it's important that people understand that you are not only here to help them, but you also really, really want to help them. And it is imperative that you solve whatever problem they have before they even realize they have a problem. And that is how you will survive working in retail, working in a grocery store, or even working in any type of like food industry, or even being like the low man on the totem pole in an office. If you can just talk like you are super excited and thrilled to be there and super excited and thrilled to solve all of their problems, you will have very few problems too. I told y'all.
Oh, it just automatically reconnected. That's fun.
Hey, are you good?
Yep, now I'm good.
I am not saying, can I speak to your manager? I'm not doing that.
Can I speak to your manager, please?
Oh my god. No, you missed the customer service voice. It was there. Oh,
I pulled it up on my phone real quick while I was waiting for this stuff to pull to work.
Oh my god. So you heard it in all its glory.
Yes, I loved it.
No, I have not had to use that voice in so long because now I don't have to use it at my current job. And it has been almost 3 years since I worked in a grocery store. So most of the time I can talk to people with my normal don't touch me voice. What scenes should I draw? Because this is turned into, Pixel's reference page.
Ooh, so wait, now you want to draw like a future scene with her?
Not like a future scene, but you remember how like on the original mock-ups for the characters' designs, how I did like little mini sketches with them?
Ooh.
Elo, I've had...
What about...
Huh?
What about like when she's, I'll text it.
Yeah, probably a good call. So I have tried to have conversations in Spanish. Most of them consist of, explaining how poorly I speak Spanish. So, hola, me llamo Karina. Yo hablo un poquitito español, pero mis abuelos hablan mucho. Yo quiero, it has been so long since I've had to speak any type of Spanish. Language is such a funny thing. If you don't use it, you lose it. So like I've had conversations like as a cashier, but again, that was 3 years ago. I'll probably end the stream whenever I'm done drawing. Mel, for that particular little thing, do you mean like her facial expression, or like, because I forget how she does that?
I think figured out how she does that. That's a kind of a bad suggestion. I mean, you could just like straight up be like, "Oh, she did it with brute force."
Right, but then wouldn't she be like in the X-Mech whenever she did that?
Probably. If she could even do, yeah, she'd still need to be in the X-Mech.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad the Spanish is still, pretty decent. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've had to use it. Ooh. Do you think I should include both characters in that little sketch?
I say include the arm. Or you could do both. But both could work, show off who's coming.
Yeah, this can be like a little stream sneak peek here.
That'll be so cute.
Right? Like, to me, it's just like a full-on, hey, you're one of us, we want you to be safe.
Case if anything goes crazy.
Plus, I get an excuse to draw height difference characters.
Okay, I don't know if it's because I've had Avatar on the brain all day, but like I saw those, I don't know why, but I first looked at what you're drawing right now and it made me think of Tom.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but it just made me think of her.
Well, there's these circles.
It was the second circle on the head, like in the middle of it.
Her little band.
Yes,
Whatever. Yes.
You see it?
Yes, I see it now.
Memes. Ever think of doing the Green Ninja meme?
Oh my gosh, could I be the Green Ninja?
Like how that became a meme.
I love how it did. Like, it's just fantastic.
Out of anything that could become a meme. You know what I wish would become a meme for this fan base? Like, remember, I'm sorry I can never let go of Voltron, but remember how, like, by season 2 it was a meme that She-Ra was constantly getting hurt?
Oh, yes.
That he needed to rest. That needs to happen for Zane.
100%. Like, just let the boy rest, 2020.
Let the Ninjago rest. He's been through enough, you guys. If something isn't blowing up, is it really Ninjago? Well, did anything... No, something did blow up in Day of the Departed. The season where nothing blew up. Because the pilots you had Samukai. Season 1, at the very end, you had the Great Devourer. Season 2, you had the Overlord. Season 3, it was Zane. Season 4, it was Garmadon. Yes. Maybe? What do you think?
I mean, the angsty route is to make, all the citizens super anxious if, like, nothing actually happens. The hilarious route is to, have them just 100% embrace it and just be like, no, I don't care if there's something going on downtown. Gail Gossip's gonna tell me all about it anyway, and I need some fucking pizza rolls. So get your helmet on, get in the damn car.
Never sleeps. I believe Ninjago went with your second option, thanks to the Paperboy episode.
Yeah. Alright guys, I am going to leave y'all with Mel for just half a minute and go help put away chickies.
Ooh, what kind of questions do y'all got for me? Maybe? Ooh. Yeah, I know that she's learning how to do animation. I mean, she's done it before. Just keep your fingers crossed and be patient. She'll probably surprise you with something. Not sure what. She's a very talented artist. That's 7 people in this audience. Let's see if I could choose any. Oh yes, I answered this at the beginning of the stream. The answer is still Zane. I love my little Ninjoy boy. And why? Because he's not an idiot and he'd be loyal. Protects those who cannot protect themselves, and I have no muscle. How is the angst coming along? Oh, well, I do have an angsty little thing in production for a Chronix, believe it or not. A little side story I'm gonna use as a submission for the Ninjago Zine one. I have it half done. I need to get the actual, meat of it. I have the setup all written and nice. Basically, a Chronix gets separated from Crux when they try to escape, the between time zone. And when he gets spit out in Ninjago City, he finds that, the whole, time all around him has completely stopped. Everybody is frozen. And he can't turn it off with the time blades that he's got. So he's stuck. And he's trying to come to terms with that. and he's trying to figure out how to get it. Relax, okay? It's gonna end with some fun, cute little future shipping. I admit. Then I got another one that I taking inspiration from Avatar because I love Avatar. About amnesiac Garmadon. Thanks, I'm forgiven. I am forgiven. Garmadon figuring out his Oni powers and figuring out that he can shapeshift. And so he shapeshifts into the sensei form that he saw in the photo, not realizing, you know, the real importance of it and junk. You know, just his merry adventures there. Yes, Rifted, though, I am going to be sending that at the tail end of April because I procrastinate on everything. Now you're wanting the car one. Well, the thing is the plan was to leave Lloyd out of it for the most part. It was just going to be Garmadon seeing people react to him. Or what he's done, I should say. Maybe deal with some random Sons of Garmadon that maybe didn't get arrested and are messing around. And are messing around in Ninjago City where the police aren't as vigilant. Hey, this is just ideas. I still need to put it to paper.
I am back.
No. Not getting his memories back. He's just in this sick idea. Welcome back, Rena. Sorry, just trying to make conversation.
What are we talking about now?
What'd you say?
What are we talking about now?
I have my fic ideas.
Ooh.
The one Garmadon alone.
Oh, yes.
Did seems to like that idea.
I love Garmadon alone.
Oh, he's so cute.
And angsty.
He can look the part, but he's not actually the part. It'll be awesome. Could I get a cover image of that from you, possibly?
A what now?
Like, just an image of, like, of Garmadon looking in the mirror, I guess.
Oh, we will definitely add it to the list of things that I intend to draw whenever I, figure out life. I'm horrible at organizing what I'm drawing when.
You got like 30 asks at a time. It happens. Like 50 different AUs at this point.
So many different AUs.
This drawing is of Pixel in EOTU, and then the little side drawing that she's doing right now is Pixel talking to a character that has not been introduced yet. I'll figure out who they are once, Rena's gotten through drawing them a bit.
Yep. I need to look up.
Right, girl?
I need to look up what her hair looks like. Let's see. Right, I remember not really being a big fan of how her hair was originally designed.
Hey, I like some of the music in Cats. Memory is a very good angsty song that would fit well for Garmadon. Or Woo.
That's just because like you actually know how to make angsty songs fit with characters.
Come on, it's all about how they were like good in the past and now they're shitty now. Like, does that not sound like Woo or Garm?
See, now I'm just envisioning like Nia or Pix helping this poor child with her hair. Cause look at, the minifig and tell me it does not look like she just kind of took her knife to it whenever it got in the way.
I know that's exactly what it looks like. It's Akita. It's Akita. You guessed right.
It is definitely Akita. I'm just deciding to change her hair because I really just don't like the way it looks.
But you're gonna have Lloyd tie it up.
Lloyd's the only one who can get that close. It is Akita, yes.
Surprise! She's joining the cast. Not gonna leave her out, especially not with all of this Zane angst that's coming. Right, Rena?
Yeah, we really can't leave Akita out of what's coming.
You're there for Zane and for Lloyd.
But it also means that I get to design an outfit for her that isn't, surviving in the frozen tundra of the Never Realm. So.
Wait a minute, what if she's wearing like one of Nia's extra kimonos?
Okay, that's adorable. This is for EOTU. What we started with was drawing Pixel's flight suit for EOTU. And it has now evolved.
Oh, Rifted, come on. Of course. Let's bring Akita in for some Zane angst.
All I will say is we've already laid the seeds for some of that angst to show up.
Absolutely. We're gonna have actual chapter, book, fanfic chapter layouts from now on. So
Yeah, Huh?
I said redacted. I saw that Zane.
So what we're actually going to start doing for EOTU, because life makes it really hard to get out full comic pages right now, is we are going to have written chapters, and there will be illustrated parts of these chapters to go along with them.
It probably won't show up for another, the chapter after the next one.
Yeah, Akita's very much in the background right now. If I have the time and or motivation at some point, I will draw a little mini comic that explains what's been going on behind the scenes. You know, Lloyd is not on mission with the rest of the crew right now. We haven't seen Akita yet. But again, like that's a lot of ifs.
Oh my god, I love what you did with her hair.
Thank you. What we're going to do is we're gonna make this a little smaller.
I'm pulling it back because it's hot.
Well, yeah. Like, you know, you come from a frozen tundra and suddenly into Ninjago, which definitely is a very temperate climate outside of Birchwood Forest. You're gonna be hot as hell.
Not to mention they're going into a place with lava.
That is true. There will be lava showing up in this season.
There will be lava.
We're nerds. I'm sorry. Let's see. This is no Rina Calavera cinematic universe. This is just Rina and Mel doing shit.
Just Rena and Mel using the full or as much of the cast as they feel necessary.
Exactly. We do what we want. Sorry, just
But
checking.
Akita is here, so this also means that her bro is showing up. I don't think that's much of a spoiler at this point.
No, it's not. So what do you think, Mel? Do we keep doing Pixel? Should we switch over to something?
Oh, what do you have in mind?
Well, I could, since Knightley so wonderfully put out the Ninjago stuff early, could get started on doing the first few of those prompts as a way to kind of get myself ready for this year's Ninjago. Last year, what I usually ended up doing was doing like a week's blueprints at a time and making sure that they got and just like inking and coloring them as the days went on so I could actually finish out the entire month.
That works.
Let's see. I got it pulled up right here. The first one's Skeleton, which for someone whose username is Calavera, that works out real well. I'm not doing any type of spoilery things.
Oh no, I think they were talking about like when I was bringing up Kataro.
I'm glad you like the way that I pronounce Calavera. I think that's the way that it's supposed to be pronounced. That's the thing. Like, I grew up with my dad's side of the family, so I can pronounce Spanish. I just don't speak it fluently. You know, everybody calls me Rena on here because I've asked you guys to. But like, if I go to school, everyone calls me Karina. If I'm home, like with my dad's family, everyone calls me Karina. Like, it's very different depending on what side of the family that I'm with. I think so. Calavera, calaverita, like that.
What's up? Calaverita? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's not really thick Spanish. It's just Spanish. My dad's family. The story is Mexico, so that, you know, different dialects do affect like pronunciation in certain areas, especially when it comes to like the Y and the J sounds, because there's not really a J sound as it's known in English, but it is different. But yeah, where? Rifted wants you to try saying it again, Mel. You cut out whenever you did, so we only heard the very tail end of it. How do you keep cutting out? Like, I heard maybe 2 syllables and I did not hear anything.
Olivera?
Yeah? Sorry.
Did it still cut out?
No, it didn't cut out that time. It came through. Sorry, a friend just saw the Discord status that I have up right now and is losing his mind.
Wait, what does it say now?
Maybe if I heard enough ninjas, I can avoid homework forever.
Can't find EOTU. I will have to change this.
Oh goodness! Someone get that kid some EOTU.
I got it.
Thank you, Mel. You're amazing.
Just find page 1. The YouTubes.
I've never been one for like self-insert characters, but I have drawn myself a couple of times, especially for Ninjago.
Ooh, I can't wait to see that. This is interesting. Huh.
What's up?
Hold on, I gotta let me reload the chat room. Maybe it'll show it now. No, it doesn't.
What?
I posted it. I opened up the chat on my mobile phone. And that's where I posted the link. From my mobile, but it's not showing up on the YouTube live stream that I have pulled up on the laptop.
Yeah, it's not showing up for me either. So let me see if I can't do it. It may be blocking it because it's a link and you're not the one running the thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me just... Alright, did that show up for you guys?
So it works when Arena doesn't.
Rena's the one running the stream. She has permissions. So that should be to chapter 1 and should be able to just follow through like that real easy. I apologize if any links don't work. Tumblr sucks. I'm happy reading.
Happy reading.
You're not getting tired on me, are you, Mel?
No. Just a yawn.
Mm-hmm.
I I am bummed, though. I'm not going to be able to go for a walk tomorrow.
Oh, why is that?
Rain.
Ah, your old nemesis.
Put Mel as, like, how can be almost like the one doing the stream helpers?
I honestly don't know enough about YouTube to do any type of like assistant mod or anything like that. And I don't have the energy to figure it out right now. The good news is Mel and I are, hooked up on Discord whenever I do these streams. So if there's something that like she would want to put in the stream, like chapter 1, worst case scenario, she sends it to me on Discord, I copy it and put it into the YouTube chat.
Oh, hey, that newest page that you posted for EOTU. It's got 100 notes.
Dang! I'm just glad that people are still reading it, you know?
More people reading it.
That is true. Even more people are reading it now.
Whoa, what was it? Animation? Coon is offering to do the animation for it. We were never planning for animation for this.
Zane, are you talking about like animation for EOTU? I don't know. I'm confused.
As am I.
But I'm always confused, so that's okay. Oh dear Lord. See, I have a hard time doing collabs because of like, and Mel can tell you this, my work schedule is absolute crap.
Almost like you're a full-time college student with a part-time job.
Yeah, that definitely probably has something to do with it.
Yeah.
You sarcastic.
What do you do for Ninjago, Rena?
So for Ninjago, what that is a Ninjago-based spinoff of Mermaid, organized by the fantastic Nightly Birdie. Love her. She's often very busy, but she takes time out of her schedule to organize stuff like Ninjago. And I don't know how exactly Mermaid got started, but the idea is just that like you do a drawing a day for the entire month of May. And so Ninjago is just Ninjago's prompt list, so that we don't follow the official quote-unquote mermaid prompt list. We follow Ninjago and we post it, tag Ninjago. Ninjago collects all of those drawings on one blog. And that's actually how I really jumped into the Ninjago fandom, was doing Ninjago last year. Let me get the post and I can share it with you guys. Hold on.
That is how I found you.
That is how you found me. Oh, memories.
All alone in the moonlight.
So yeah, if you want to join in, do Ninjago this year, please do so. Have a ton of fun with it. Can be so much fun. It really can. And like I said, that is definitely, like, not only is it how I got started in Ninjago officially, but it's how Mel and I met. So who knows? You make friends. You can start fancies and you can break hearts together.
Trust me, you can make all sorts of fun friends through this. I do something for our year anniversary, but what?
Gosh, I don't even know, Mel. What do we do?
Dude, I don't even remember when we met.
Well, and Tumblr sucks because it doesn't, like, give you little anniversary reminders.
I wish I could, like, somehow, like, Discord with our DMs, like, go, like, type in May 2019 and just go all the way back.
If only.
Although I might have a way.
Homegirl, if you can figure it out, I am so 100% down.
At the very least, I think I'll be able to find our first collab together. I just gotta pull some strings.
I want y'all to know that I have no idea how biology for mermaids would even work. So I'm just throwing fins wherever I want. Yeah, it's not going to look super gory. It's just a skull. But I did use red because I need to be able to keep my thoughts straight. And I'm a color type person. Color helps me keep my thoughts straight. I'm going to have to renew my mermaid designs. You know, this actually is one of my favorite things ever is the Orca Zane that I did last year. He was one of the first, like, AU designs I ever did, and he's still one of my favorites.
Oh, I'm seeing it right now, I think.
This is not a Ninjago character that y'all would know. I know earlier y'all asked about, like, self-insert type things, and I typically don't do that. But whenever the first prompt is, you know, skeleton, how can I not?
What did you do to Lloyd? I found this old one.
Oh, that. My bad. Is that the one that's a little bloody?
Yes.
My bad. Y'all didn't even know. People didn't even know what was coming.
OG meme. Palette meme. That might be how I find my first post with you. Going through these palettes.
Oh my god, there's gonna be hundreds.
A different kind of ice emperor. Mel, you look at the AU. I'm gonna send that one to you.
We're gonna keep my thoughts on live action anything out of the chat because I'm not a nice person whenever it comes to the live action stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, we go on tangents like every single chat.
Like, y'all have no idea how much I greatly dislike the whole, you know, something's popular, make it live action or else it deserves no respect type thing.
Both rage against that machine.
It is yet another reason why we're friends. Oh, did you see Baby
Let's
Lloyd?
see, I'm in October now.
Oh my
Or I
god.
just passed October. I think I'm in September. Yep.
Are you just gonna go alphabetic or chronologically until you find that Sword of the Stranger piece?
No. I can search up the Sword of the Stranger one. What I am going to do, though, I'm looking through the palette memes, though.
Mm.
And I'm trying to figure out which one was the first one we did. If it was that Jay and Nia thing, or if it was something else.
That was definitely one of the first ones.
It's one of the first. I couldn't remember if there was.
See, I can't really remember if that was the first one, but it's definitely early.
Alright, let me scroll. I got to the bottom. Are wearing makeup? It's concealer.
I remember that being like one of my favorite little lines ever. That's just, and you are wearing makeup. Because it's such a little brother thing to say, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
I can already tell this is going to be like one of my favorite pieces of the month. Which is rare because I do not typically draw myself.
Aggressively humming, make a man out of you. But yep, the Mel one. Yep, the first one was The Wish.
Wow. And when was that?
Was Jay and Nia. Oh, when was it?
Yeah.
June 8th.
Wow.
Let me search Sword of the Stranger to see if that was before that. How did you become friends with your co-conspirator in angst, Mel? Oh yeah, no, the first one you did for me was the Lloyd or Jay and Nia one.
Wow.
Oh, the Stranger didn't come till June 29th.
Oh man, it is funny that you bring up Phantom of the Opera.
Oh man.
Do you want to tell them, Mel?
Well, you people see, there is a whole Phantom AU that I have graciously come up with. So, God, where should I begin, Rena?
Well, see, the hard part is I don't know anything about the Phantom of the Opera aside from what you've told me. Alright.
So, basically, Cole is Christine, Jay is Raoul, Nia and Kai are the people who just bought the opera house. I think Lloyd is the ballet girl, I cannot remember her name, that looks up to, that is like, oh, Christine, you're amazing! But it's Lloyd with Cole, the ballet teacher is Wu, and Zane is the Phantom. Before all of you say that no, that cannot happen, I have to tell you that you need to listen to the original 1980s recordings of Phantom of the Opera because Michael Crawford is such a baby. It just fits really well for Zane.
It really does. And I'm going to take Mel's word for it because I've never...
Perfectly. It's not like 100, but it works given, like, the Phantom's whole deal of being, like, an outcast and feared for how he looks and a genius engineer and architect. It just made me think of Zane. Plus, the whole half of his face peeled off, revealing the ninjroid.
I love it. And I will draw it one day. I'm actually loving this brush.
Oh, Rifted, you just missed, like, it was online for free. Sorry, I shouldn't say anything. Rifted, what you can do is you can look up old bootlegs on YouTube. They exist. Or you can just listen to the soundtrack and, think.
Do y'all know how long it's been since I've had to draw an actual skeleton?
I'm so mean to Garmadon now. I was trying to keep the ninja as the main characters instead of giving it to the adults.
Yeah, we've done stuff with the adults before, but it's more fun to try and fit, 6 characters into a cast of
3.
I think my favorite is still us taking The Incredibles and turning it into basically Garmadon's home for foster kids.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, no, it's not on your... Yeah. Happy to help. Never Dies, the crappy sequel to Phantom of the Opera, is going to be online for free this weekend. If you dare to give it a chance.
I sense some malice there, Mel.
I have not seen this musical, but I know what happens in it, and I am not a fan.
Oh, shit.
I know some of what happens, I should say. I don't know everything. But it's just a constant barrage of no, why?
That bad, huh?
Yes. Tiny bit of malice. You would be too. I can belt that main theme.
Okay, so we've talked about how, like, essentially my little apartment thing is a converted garage, right? Today I found out that I sing so loud that my sister can hear me whenever she gets out of her car in the driveway and I happen to be singing in here.
Oh, that would be so cute. Give Lloyd a little song. What about Cole singing it about his missing mom?
Ooh.
Dad. Have them both be gone.
I'm always down for angst.
Of course. Really watch Phantom. I know I keep pestering you, but...
You know, it's funny because you're not the only one to try and pester me into watching Phantom, and I really should watch it because I know that it is much beloved by many people.
I had the chance to watch it for free this weekend.
I know. I'm sorry. In my defense, I was raising chickens.
That is fair. That is very fair. Queen of Angst is for Anna.
I am a co-queen of angst. Thank you very much. I'm not responsible for all of these. Huh?
They're co-rulers.
Exactly.
I like your style. I have to check something real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang up. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. See ya. And there goes Mel. Bye, Mel. Alright, let's put on music because, again, I can't handle not having music here. I'm waking up. Gonna turn that down a little bit because, knowing me, I'll get copyright claimed again. I think Mel's pretty neat too. She's a fantastic angst person and great for coming up with a use. Warning to the people, the good and the evil. This is war. To the soldier, the civilian, the martyr, the victim. This is war. Moment of truth and the moment to lie, and the moment to live and the moment to die. Moment to fight, the moment to fight, to fight, to fight, to fight. I cannot hit that. That's a sudden, like, scream note. Warning to the prophet, the liar, the honest. This is war. To the leader, the pariah, the victor, the messiah. This is war. In the moment to die, moment to fight, in the moment to fight, to fight. Okay, now to do something tricky. You know, I am starting to realize I think I use the same color for Garmadon's hair that I use for my hair. Whoops. Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. But you will remember me for centuries. Some mistake is all it will take. You'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Remember me for centuries. I'ma find my teenage dreams. No, it's nothing wrong with me. The kids are all wrong. The story's all off. Heavy metal broke my heart. Come on and let me in. Bruises on your thighs like my fingerprints. This is what you meant, that you felt. Never meant for you to fix yourself. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. Remember me for centuries. Is all it will take. Go down in history. Remember me for centuries. He's out till the whole world knows my name. He's only born inside my dreams. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny that my sister heard me singing today, because I straight up told my group chat today, the D&D one, that if my family heard me singing, that was a them problem. And the universe is just like, bet. History, remember me for centuries. Hey, for centuries. Oh dang, it's already 10, huh? I think I'm gonna finish coloring this with the base colors, and then we're probably gonna call it a night. Is all it will take. Go down in history. Remember me for centuries. If your soul will fade at all, self-esteem along the way. And God, you're coming up with reasons. Good God, you're making it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. It feels so right. Let me help and let's fake it. If you're out of direction, fake it. If you feel it long, fake it. If you feel like conviction, such a fucking hypocrite. Welcome back, Potato. I'm working on day 1 of Ninjago, which is skeleton. Just hanging it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. Feels so right. Tell me I'm just fake it. If you're out of direction, fake it. If you don't belong, fake it. If you don't like connection, oh, you're such a fucking hypocrite. This is like peak edgy Karina. So Ninjago is basically this monthly challenge, kind of similar to Inktober, where the idea is to draw something, or write, do whatever you want, for every day of May. And Nightly Birdie is amazing and makes a Ninjago specific mermaid list for us every year, or at least every year that I've been a part of this, which is all 2 of them. It is mermaid based, but do what you want. Have fun. Good God, you're turning it out. Good God, it's the changing of the seasons. It feels so right. Just make it if you're out of direction. Get if you don't belong. Fake it if you feel like conviction. You're such a fucking hypocrite. You had a lie, you're getting better all the time, and turning all against one is an art that's hard to teach. Another clever word to soften unsuspecting hurt, and as you step back into line, a mob jumps to their feet. Now dance, fucker, dance, man, he never had a chance. No one even knew it was really only you, and now you lead the way. They came out today. Nice work you did. You're gonna go far, kid. With 1,000 eyes and a good disguise. Hit 'em right between the eyes. Hit 'em right between the eyes. You walk away, nothing more to say. See the lightning in their eyes. See 'em running for their lives. Only online and just another on nights. Now I'm wide awake, it's a saying about me. There's something in your way, and now someone is gonna pay. And if you can't get what you want, well, it's all because of me. This is an old favorite of mine. Oh, the light of day. Nice work you did. You're gonna go far, kid. Between the eyes, hit 'em right between the eyes. my gosh, Jay and Nia shopping. That's gonna be adorable. And no one even knew it was really only you. See, I almost want to do Splash as like its own thing outside of the Ninjago thing. Like it's our own personal mermaid thing. See the lightning in their eyes, see them running for their lives. That was such a good song to get warmed up for tennis too. Maybe not this one. There's so much skillet on here. Well, now we're just getting into stuff that like I have on the other playlist, so let's just go ahead and jump over there. We love to save the day. Get on your feet with the dance of doom. Party's here, let me see you move. Being great is being you. On the stage, the hero's you. Now, I'm gonna do it loud. We're ninjas and we're proud. Heroes on the way. We love to save the day. We're gonna leave the place. It takes us higher. Oh, this is oil paint. That's why it's behaving weird. Hero me, I'll hero you. Friends for life, we'll keep it true. Ninja swag is nothing new. We're gonna kick butts, pow. And shot make you down. Pow. Favorite color? For me, it varies. Favorite color to wear? Definitely black. Favorite color for pretty much anything else? I usually gravitate towards black. Or red, depending on what it is. Red is like an accent color. Like my hair, I love keeping it red, but like I said, clothes I tend to gravitate towards black. Heroes on the way, not to save the day. We're gonna reach that place, takes us higher. Heroes on the way, love to save the day. We're gonna reach that place, till ninjago. Oh, I definitely need to continue on Stolen Spark and Fractured Fractal, mostly because I want to actually finish those before I move on to any more fix. dun dun, me and you, but I felt it. Tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. Fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. Reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved, love, 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 loved. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror, bending over backwards just to try to see clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. So I drew in a face and I laughed. Guess what I'd be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see it like me. Opening up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find the sky is yours. No, please, no, please, no, please, no. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. I remember how much of a pain in the butt these little rips in the tail was last year whenever I kept doing it with Lloyd's. And I remember telling myself, hey, you should really stop doing that. Did I listen? No. Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass, 7 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Here come the rain again, falling from the stars. Drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets why wake me up when September ends. Summer has come and passed, the innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Ring out the bells again, like we did when spring began. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I've lost, wake me up when September ends. Summer has come and passed, the innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass, 20 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Thanks, Mel. I love that song a lot for a variety of reasons. A way to ruin the mood. I dreamed I was missing. You were so scared, but no one would listen, 'cause no one else cared. After my dreaming, woke with this fear. What am I leaving when I'm done here? So if you're asking me, I want you to know, when my time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. Help me leave behind some reasons to be missed. Don't resent me when you're feeling empty. Keep me in your memory. Leave out all the rest. Leave out all the rest. Don't Don't be afraid, taking my beatings. Shit that I bleed. I'm strong on the surface, not all the way through. I've never been perfect, but neither have you. Yes, it is Linkin Park. When my time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. Help me leave behind some reasons to be missed. And don't resent me. And when you're feeling empty, keep me in your memory. Leave out all the rest. Leave out all the rest. Forgetting all the hurt inside you've learned to hide so well. Pretending someone else can't come and save me from myself. I can't be who you are. My time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. Help me leave behind some reasons to be missed. And don't resent me when you're feeling empty. Keep me in your memories. Leave out all the rest. Leave out all the rest. All the hurt inside you learn to hide so well. Pretending someone else can't come and save me from myself. I can't be who you are. I can't be who you are. All the way to that sound, I'm searching for that someone, and it's me out of the cloud. Thank you very much, Rifted. Leave Out All the Rest is one of my favorite songs. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. No before. A loser and a user, I'm an accuser. Time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. turned out to only be a dream. I made a point to burn all of the photographs. She went away and then I took a different path. I remember her face, but I can't recall the name. Now I wonder what her name has been. Seems that she disappeared without a trace. Did she ever marry? Oh, what's his face? I made a point to burn all of the photographs. She went away and then I took a different path. I remember the face, but I can't recall the name. Now I wonder what her name has been. This is from American Idiot, the Broadway musical, and it's amazing. Remember, whatever, it seems like forever ago. Remember, whatever, it seems like forever ago. Those regrets are useless in my mind. She's in my head, I must confess. The regrets are useless in my head. She's in my mind long ago. Whoa, whoa. And in the darkest nights, if my memory proves me right, I'll never turn back time. Forgetting you, but not the time. Die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a last song. Oh, oh, oh. Lord, make me a rainbow, shine down on my mother. She'll know I'm safe with you when she stands under my colors. Oh, and life ain't always what you think it ought to be. No, ain't even gray, but she buries her baby. The sharp knife of a short life. Well, I've had just enough time. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn. love song, the sharp knife of a short life. Well, I've had just enough time. I'll be wearing white when I come into your kingdom. I'm as green as the ring on my little cold finger. I've never known the loving of a man, but it sure felt nice when he was holding my hand. There's a boy here in town says he'll love me forever. Who would have thought forever could be severed by the sharp knife of a short life? Well, I've had just enough time. So put on your best voice and I'll wear my pearls. What I never did is done. Penny for my thoughts, oh no, I'll sell them for $1. They're worth so much more after I'm gone, and maybe then you'll hear the words I've been singing. Funny when you're dead, how people start listening. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song, the ballad of a dove. With peace and love, gather up your tears, keep them in your pocket, save them for a time when you're really gonna need them. Oh, the sharp knife of a short life. Well, I've had just enough time, so put on your best voice and I'll wear my pearls. Do you hear me talking to you? Across the water, across the deep blue ocean, under the open sky. Oh my, baby, I'm trying. Boy, I hear you in my dreams, feel you whisper, see, keep you with me in my heart. Make it easier when life gets hard. Lucky I'm in my best friend. Would I have been lucky to be coming home again? They don't know how long it takes waiting for love like this. Every time we say goodbye, I wish we had one more kiss. I'll wait for you, I promise you I will. I'm lucky I'm in love with my best friend. Lucky to have been where I've been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. I'm sailing through the sea to an island where we'll meet. You hear the music, feel the air. I'll put a flower in your hair. Though the breezes and the trees blow so pretty, you're all I see as the world keeps spinning around. You hold me right here, right now. Love of my best friend, Lucky to have been or have been. Lucky to be coming home again. Lucky we're in love in every way. Lucky to have stayed where we have stayed. Lucky to be coming home someday. What do y'all think? I am enjoying the whole undead look going on here. Because the drugs never work. We're gonna skip that. I'm not feeling it. Oh. 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 Dreams, that's where I have to go to see your beautiful face anymore. I stare at a picture of you, listen to the radio. Oh, there's a conversation. We both admit we had it good. Well, then it's alienation, I know. Much is understood. But realize you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. Go out and I sit down at a table set for two. And finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. Over you. Yeah. Sorry if you guys are getting blinded by me playing with the layer settings here. I'm going for a specific look. I'm just not sure how to get it. I'm a boomerang. No matter how you throw me, turn around and I'm back in the game. Even better than the old me. I'm not without you. I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. And I sit down on a table set for two. And finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. If I had a chance to renew, you know there is anything I wouldn't do. I would get back on the right track, but only if you'd be convinced. So until then, how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two. Finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. Not over you. You. Waste another year flies by. Waste a night or two. You taught me how to live. A shame when you've lost your dreams in the rain. There's no light of hope. Fixtures in on the mass on the moon. A light, saying Jimmy is a spark in the night. It's just picture in the city of lies. Your name, what's your pleasure? What is your pain? Do you dream too much? Do you think what you need is a crutch? I don't even know what the hell just happened here. Jimmy died today in a state of mind. Jesus is not about work now at the facility on East 12th Street. I fell asleep while watching Spike TV after 10 cups of coffee and still not me. Listen, I did say basic colors. I just didn't say what those basic colors were gonna be. 'Cause no one's here. Left me here alone when I could have stayed home. After 10 cups of coffee, I'm thinking nobody likes you. Everyone left you. They're all out without you, having fun. Everyone left you. Nobody likes you. They're all out without you, having now we're done. I gotta shut up jumps. Guitar. Alright, I need to go to sleep. And this is finally done. So we're gonna call it a night. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll see you guys later.